Anyway, let's solve this commemorative plate puzzle. And this is actually kind of interesting. So if we rotate them all so they're facing the same way.
Yes.
Then we get to see the arrows are pointing at the solution to this puzzle. There we go. And so we've got R, I, and P, which means that the hamster is dead.
That's no good. The hamster's dead. Get out of the cave.
It's a canary, not a hamster.
Oh, I'm always getting hamsters and canaries confused.
That explains your disastrous trip to the pet store last week.
Oh, I fed that hamster to the canary.
Eternal Kier read the game packs for 7th Guest when he was a baby.
Thanks, Eternal Kier.
Okay, so there's one more puzzle left, and it's the frog, but there's something else. I swear there's something I'm missing.
Stop swearing so much.
I think so. So we fell in this hole, right? And it had like an X. So we've got to dig this up somehow. But we don't have anything to do it with, so I don't. That's my statement.
So
yeah. And I seem to remember. See, here's the problem. So I played through this kind of the first half of it like 2 months ago to get ready for the stream, and then I didn't finish it because I had to like go to work or something. And then I came back to it about 3 days ago to finish it, and I did. But it was like right after this point that I came back to it, so I don't actually remember this one puzzle, which is how to get that frog.
We gotta look it up.
I don't think we have to look it up. I mean, there's
goodness.
not that much to do. I think maybe we get a crumbler order.
Never stop filling those work orders.
Robo Crumbler.
I think we already. Yeah, I already heard your one line of dialogue there, Graham. But the thing is, there's like a series of clues that we've got to figure out. So we've got to see some. I think it's just
as well. Really, only leaves me with one choice.
I think there's like one puzzle piece that we just haven't like come across yet, and I probably just haven't like visited the one locale where it is.
So one that slipped under the table and then I kicked under the dresser.
The locale that slipped under your tail?
No, the puzzle piece.
Oh.
This is the one puzzle piece we're missing.
Daventry's pumpkins thrived after the squirrels moved back to Avalon.
They thrived.
That's not a word.
So I just made it up.
Oh. Maybe there's
some in this truck.
We already got the thing out of the bush. It's been a long time since I played the first chapter, and so I've like forgotten the lay of the land too. Ooh. Oh wait, no, there was something in here. There was one thing I didn't click on, I think. Walk faster, Graham.
Paw.
I'm glad we both said it at the same time. That was nice.
I'm equally as glad.
No, because there's a clue here I didn't think I clicked on. I just forgot about it. It's a candle. This tunnel, this light.
Always more fun in groups.
So let's play the King's Quest MMO.
I forgot that existed until you just mentioned it.
Well, it doesn't exist. I mean,
no, there's that online game, the King's Quest Online. Some fans put up, or something.
Are you making up games?
No, haven't you heard of the King's Quest Online game?
No.
Yeah, they made it. They put it up, and it's still going, and it's like bewildering to the gaming community because they don't know who's still running it, but people still play it. I'm not crazy.
I think you're pulling a King Graham on me because I've
I'm
never heard of this.
You're
doing nothing but making up games.
I'm looking up all these things that I've just mentioned.
You ruin our bandwidth, you fool! There's a King's Quest Online. There's a gargoyle bursting out of 7th Guest. What else did you say?
I've said a lot of things.
You don't understand anything that's going on.
Hey, I know things.
All right, so I got to go all the way back to the tunnel while you're looking up King's Quest Online, which I'm not sure ever was a thing. I know that Sir Watts's City of Heroes character was King Graham. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
Oh.
I do remember that, but that's not at all what I was thinking of.
Oh. All right, here's clue number 2. I hope this will end with a smooch from Counselor Troy. If this puzzle has you trapped, use the shovel to dig up the answer. Okay, so now we go to the X marks the spot.
Why would this end with a smooch from Counselor Troy? Are we in Barclay's holodeck?
No,
program?
it was the episode with Tom Riker, and he's like leads her with love notes all over the ship.
Oh yeah.
And like, there's one on the warp core that's like, "Hey, meet me in the place where the power comes from," or whatever. I don't remember.
That's my quarters.
No, but there's speaking of which, there was something. Oops, there was something kind of funny.
Yeah.
On my way to work yesterday, which was Valentine's
Funny thing
Day.
happened to you on the way to the forum.
Hold on, we're uncovering a clue here. There was that. I do know that, Eternal Cure, that there was a fan-made game that was like King's Quest 9. It's always knife to meet the Pun King.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's go stab a Pumpkin King. There's a King's Quest 9. It was called The Silver Lining that took place after it was Rosella and Edgar's wedding, but then like they poofed away. And I only played the first 2 chapters of it because it was even more fanficky than this was. It was kind of cool though. We might have to look at it sometime. But it wasn't like an MMO.
Was no heroine's quest, that's for sure.
Our quest for heroin.
It took place in Colombia.
It took place on the mean streets of Serenia or whatever.
Gravengree.
Gravengree?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's kill a pumpkin.
Okay.
K.
Stop it.
Did you find it? Did you find this mysterious
No,
MMO?
but now I'm looking it up. My
Okay.
phone turned on.
Oh, it took that long for your... Oh, what the heck? What is that weird face? It's like a knight with eyes.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Brah. I've always wanted to try fly fishing before I croak.
I'm guessing that's from a frog, possibly.
No, it's just King Graham wants to try fly fishing before he's dead.
He wants
That's
to.
all that
He
could
wants to do it.
possibly mean.
That's what he wants to do. with
My
his
one greatest adventure, fishing.
Oh, try fish was great.
Oh. That's you're gonna fish and then Gray Chang will come and give you a clue. It'll be like, to understand this clue, tell me how great are my shoes. To get these clues. See, it rhymes now.
I looked up Seventh Guest, and the first thing it has is Seventh Guest can puzzle.
See, it's a hard puzzle. Anyway, you should watch this because it's goofy.
Sure it's by Interplay? It says it was by Trilobite and Virgin Interactive.
Oh.
I think you're missing.
Well, Eternal Gear said he thinks, not that he knows. Ah! Well, you missed the goofy fly fishing part. I don't think that's how fishing works, that you, like, hover
that's
a literal...
not the way that fishing works.
Anyway, this frog has an 8 on his butt because this is... Oh, and then King Graham stuck a frog up his butt. There's a... That's...
I'm a hobblepot.
Now I'm walking like this for a reason. So whatever happens for the rest of this game, keep in mind, people, Graham has a frog up his butt. It might explain all the rest of the actions he takes.
Okay.
Okay.
So, answer to my first question was...
Now I have to remember which direction the...
You'll have to
stadium
pop a
is in.
picture of this up on the screen.
Okay, here we go.
The game is Shadowgate. It was for the Nintendo. And there's a gargoyle bursting out of its stone form. You'll have to... I've got the picture here, but
Okay,
you're looking at the screen.
It'll be down wherever direction I can't point somewhere.
It was a point-and-click adventure game, originally for the Apple Macintosh and the Mac Adventure series.
Okay.
So that's Shadowgate. It was made by ICOM and Mindscape.
They sound like real winners.
But they made other, same company, like, they just re-released these games on, like, Steam. And I thought they re-released Shadowgate and Seventh Guest and, like, one other that was, like, a cult classic.
Possible.
Deja Vu, possibly. Or Uninvited, maybe. Those are other ones that are coming up.
Hold on, we're about to solve this puzzle, so 1 second. I just gotta solve this puzzle, and then I have to run back and you can talk some more. I think that's all 4 of the keys. So.
Deja Vu's a fun one.
I think I've played that game before, but I can't remember.
Better than Police Quest.
But that doesn't solve your King's Quest MMO.
I'm getting to it.
issue.
I had to answer...
We had to answer the bursting
Quest.
gargoyle.
An MO.
I don't think it's a thing. I think you're making it up. I know there was Shadows of Eusebius that was on the old Imagination Network. That was it was a thing like America Online, but it was actually run by Sierra, and you created an avatar and you could play games against other people. And it was so cool because it was like 1993, and you dial up with your 14.4K modem. I remember begging my parents to get it, and they're like, it's like way too much money so that you can play checkers with some stranger from New Jersey.
Which game was this?
It was the Imagination Network, and Shadows
Hoyle?
of Eusebius or something was the like the role-playing part of it.
It was a Satellaview?
No, it was on the PC. It was like an early MMO, but not really an MMO.
I have beefed up security on that back.
Eternal
gate
Cure
make
used to be on it
sure
too.
no lets a wolf
So
break in.
I'm not the crazy one.
Very
That's my line.
We already heard his words.
You used to use Usenet too, didn't you?
Maybe. I was on a lot of BBSs back in the
I
day.
remember
Oh.
where all the keys
I
were.
bet you were.
Look,
you
we're
were
reminiscing about old stuff because this game is about old people talking about stuff they remembered from 50 years ago.
Pocketed
See?
the chromium. It was too rare.
It's thematic.
It was sitting on the ground.
Also, I pick things up. It's what adventure games
Also, I
do.
fish.
All right. I guess we solved the wits puzzle. Was that wits? I think that was wits because we had to solve inventory puzzles. Anyway, the game is now 70% over. Just so you know, it's not terribly long.
That's a short game. That's a loud beep.
But we have a lot more cutscenes to get through. So anyway, let's go back down this well that's in every King's Quest ever made. The only thing that appears more than this well in a King's Quest game is that magic mirror. This well's in King's Quest 3 as well, if you remember. As well.
They're very well. Yes, Ruth is very well.
I think we made that joke last time we were in this well.
Probably. We were well to do.
We did a trial run of the Imagination Network for like a week, and then it expired.
Then it died.
I'm gonna
It fizzled
feel
and
that for the
died.
next 10 years.
Climbing down a rope from 77. I'm like an Olympian who's also an idiot.
I don't remember adventures.
Be
being
nice
so
to King
hard on
Graham,
me.
Paul.
He's a fictional character. I don't have to be nice to him.
Be nice to that
I need to
guy.
strengthen these ankles, Day.
I think it's just Christopher Lloyd complaining, and they decided to put it in the game.
He's like John Rhys Davies.
Like, after some rest, I feel better. After some vodka. Anyway, let's solve this puzzle again.
What are my lines? What is the vocab of this game?
Well,
Think
I
that.
didn't feel that one. And I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Looks like my elbow is falling off again. Grumble, grumble.
Rumble.
It's a good thing I do. So here's Mordak, I guess.
Eyes peeled, Gordon.
You thought
You
he was
should be
dead
here
from King's Quest
in a
V,
second.
but he's
I
not.
did think
You
that
know how I
thing.
feel about
Yes,
that.
indeed, I did think that thing.
Fine, Mordak. Open your eyes. Look alive. Don't screw this up.
I thought he was a
Screw
Sphinx.
this up.
No, that's
Might I
Manana.
remind
Mordak
you,
has always just
it's
been a guy.
my magic
All right.
keeping you alive.
Yes. And when your magic concocts a working batch of Cosmolotion, I'll praise you.
Cosmolotion?
That's what turns Manny back from a cat.
Oh.
And I will not tolerate any more mistakes.
Brother, I
Why can't-
warned you to stay away from those potions.
Why does
You
Mordak just
wouldn't
like
hear
drop
it.
kicking?
I've wasted 30 years of my life trying to duplicate Hagatha's formula. And I'm afraid at this
Wasted
point,
30 years of my
I'm
life.
ready
It's like
to
all the
move
time I've
forward.
played King's Quest games.
I wasted 30 years of my life playing King's Quest.
Living in your golden years?
Ooh, I
Have you
love
forgotten
it when
everything I
Mordak
sacrificed for you?
guest starred on the
I
Golden
took
Girls
you
that one
in
time.
from the cold.
You had a
I saved
relationship
you from a
with-
life
with
of
the
godless
Blanche.
slavery, and you have the all
Like
to
everyone
complain
else.
about 30 measly years?
I've been stuck in this recording booth for 30
Sometimes it
years.
still feels like I'm a
It's the only work I've gotten since Toy Story.
Your tongue, Morden. Or I will.
Cat got your tongue. Get it? Haha, it's a pun. It was a... Oh, no, he got scratched and got terribly injured.
Boo!
I thought it was a pun, but it actually was pain.
It was more of a pun.
It's-
In the face.
Pun and pain are only 2 letters off, you know.
Pun and Pain were my favorite of Hades' minions.
That would be actually kind of funny. Just like one minion who just tells nothing but bad jokes, and the other one just reacts to them by screaming.
Knock off all this racket!
Ah!
Then he hits him over the head with a tennis racket.
Anyway, let's go talk to Mordak and see why he's not dead. Thank you, King's Quest V. You've now been retconned.
Mordak.
You're welcome.
Didn't I extinguish your flame years ago?
Oh, they
I was
actually
hiding
going
under
to
the
talk about it.
floorboards.
Hiding under the floorboards?
How's the
It was a
family?
stone floor.
Gone surprisingly well since you shrunk them.
They're actually
So
talking about
glad
continuity.
to
This
hear
is nice for 5 seconds.
You mind moving out of the way? I have some business to attend to with your boss.
I have some stock
Mananan
options.
has strictly
to sell
forbidden me to let you pass, unless you can convince me that your mind is still strong and quick.
And how might I go about that?
By not
Follow
scratching your
those
head like
clearly
that.
labeled signposts.
Of course.
I'm not entirely sure.
Bring
No
me
kidding.
that proof that you have completed each trial, and then I will escort you to Mananan.
I know you won't answer honestly, but I'll ask anyway. Is all
what's
this
your
some form
boot
of an elaborate trap designed to crush my bones, yank my arms
make
out,
your
or
bread.
contort my body into a twisted sculpture of death?
Nope.
No.
Sounds like a complete fun.
Sorry, that was the best moment of the game so far. No. No.
It was almost like he was kind of being sarcastic, but couldn't decide.
Well, he was nodding his head so that Manny would think he was saying no, but he was like, no, we're going to kill you. Of course not. That would be something a jerk would do.
I hate jerks. They
Kind of
stink.
thing. I'm sorry. That was the best moment of the game so far.
No.
Mordak suddenly became the best character in the franchise just from his one line.
I can't figure out if something just broke or snapped back into place.
Did I mention that I'm old? Did you get that feeling somehow in this game? I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but by the way, I'm getting on there in
Don't
years.
think I've crystallized this idea for you yet, but I'm an old man.
I'm not entirely sure.
Hoi, 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 hoi.
Well, let's get a hammer and hammer out this. This is actually my favorite part coming up here, so
Where he
even more
pull-
favorite than no.
He pulls a frying pan out of the
He pulls a frying pan out of his butt.
heck.
So this is what happens when you look at crystals: is you just die. Bleh.
Grandpa,
We
are
ins-
you all right?
His weak heart can't handle crystals.
Apparently
I
not.
just I haven't thought about these stories.
So even Gwendolyn's like,
Your ears are all red.
Grandpa,
Just give me a moment.
Grandpa, follow
This
my
part
finger.
gets a little wacky. I think.
All right, you ready for the wacky part?
First.
Here it comes.
You mind getting Grandma in here?
She likes
I'll
to
be
get
back after your
wacky.
nap.
Stop it.